Hi guys, welcome to A to Z United. I'm joined by Ankit here. Hello Ankit, thank you for joining. And as we speak right now, Manchester United have drew with Chelsea 0-0 at Old Trafford this season. Ankit, what are your thoughts on the game?
To sum up the game, I felt it did live up to the expectation that we had. Both the teams were very conservative. Neither of the managers, I thought, seemed to approach this game to win. They looked for a draw or maybe not to lose. And hence, we saw it on the pitch as well. They were negating each other's threats. Chelsea were obviously looking to hit United on the counter attack with the pace of Havertz, Werner, and Pulisic. But for this game, I am quite disappointed with how Ole Gunnar Solskjaer approached this game. I didn't agree with the starting 11 he went with. Every Premier League side is different, every Premier League match is different, and hence you need to approach it in a very different way. Playing the same formation as we did against Newcastle wasn't the right way forward. Uh, Newcastle are in Chelsea and Chelsea are in Newcastle, so we had to had some change in that in the maybe formation as well as the starting 11. So yeah, I'm a bit disappointed in Solskjaer. He could have changed a bit here and there. Did you think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer picked the right squad and went with the right formation in this game?
When I looked at the formation, the two things that I focused on was our midfield pairing of Fred and McTominay.
Uh-huh.
Fred and McTominay had a pretty solid game against PSG.
Yeah.
So the idea of picking Fred and McTominay over Donny van de Beek and Matic and even Pogba was to provide that solid midfield. But if you look
Mm-hmm.
at the wide men, I was a bit kind of taken back when he started Mata and Daniel James.
Dan
Mata,
James. Yeah.
understandable to dominate the midfield, but when he picked up Daniel James, I kind of felt okay. Now this is going to be an interesting choice. And if you look at the way match progressed, Daniel James was offering absolutely nothing as an attacking threat.
Nothing.
Mata was
Correct.
trying a lot. Bruno Fernandes also tried a few things. Of course, this was a pretty closely packed game. Both of them, as you mentioned, were trying to negate each other. And even if when I saw the lineup of Chelsea, apart from the front three of Pulisic, Werner, and Havertz,
Uh-huh.
they were also pretty much set up defensively not to concede.
Yeah.
So both
Yeah.
the managers had this pre-notion of not to concede, understandably, because both of them were under pressure. They haven't
Mm-hmm.
had a good start to the season, both the teams. So they were
Correct.
more focused on not to concede than even winning the game. And even at
Yeah.
the end, you kind of had that feeling that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Frank Lampard were just happy to get a point, in
Mm.
such a big
Yeah.
game. So the lineup was understandable that it was pretty defensive. But as things progressed, as the game progressed in the second half, Manchester United in the final 15 minutes, we were trying to, we were taking the game to Chelsea and maybe trying
Mm.
to get a
Yeah.
winner. So, but overall, I would say that I kind of anticipated a lot from this game. Chelsea were there for the taking.
Me
We
too.
should have gone for them and
Yeah.
went for the win.
We should have went for the kill. We should have went for the kill. And on the point of Dan James is a very basic type of footballer, we can say, because if you
Mm.
see, he has pace. He doesn't have a good crossing ability. He cannot beat his man. All he does is run with pace and cut inside to have a shot. So it is very easy and understandable for teams to have a defensive setup against him. Meta, on the other hand, has all the technical abilities and passing range for a
Mm.
silk 1-2 football, but now with considering his age, he doesn't have the pace. So we have two contrasting personalities on either end of the pitch. One with all the technical abilities with no pace, and with all the pace in the world with no technical abilities. So it's a mismatch in both the sides of the pitch. In the second half, yes, when Pogba and Cavani came in, we certainly had patches of gameplay where we looked where we can score. But I didn't like the formation again in the second half because Fernandes went on the wide end side, on the right wide side, and he looked non-existent in the game. I didn't understand bringing in Pogba and playing him as a box to box midfielder when we had two midfielders in Fred and McTominay.
Mm.
So I think it was not an game where the players didn't play well. It was, I think, the tactical structure and the formation didn't went right. And
Mm.
Rashford nearly scored. Kudos to Eduardo Mendy. I think if Kepa would have played, we could have won 2 or 3 nil. So
Mm.
yeah, Chelsea keeper was the standout man for me in this game.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think speaking of some great individual performance, speaking of Mendy, there were so many great individual performances. Of course, you had Mendy from Chelsea. Thiago Silva was very robust
Yeah,
in
yeah.
defense. Of
Mm.
course, our midfield pairing of Fred and McTominay were again excellent. They had a very high work
Yeah.
rate. But so many good individual performances all over the park. And if I had to sum it up, Ankit, who would be your man of the match for this game?
As I said, Edward Mendy, he was a standout player in terms of both the teams.
Okay.
For you?
I think Mendy from Chelsea, from United. If I had to pick one player, I would say Lindelof had a good game, uh,
Hmm.
more or less, because I think since
Fair
we had a
enough.
good
Yeah.
defensive performance. But again, there's nothing much to see in this game, as
Yeah.
at the end of
Yeah.
the day, both the teams were pretty conservative in their approach,
Hmm.
and the result actually gave us that 0-0. That summed up the whole match in a nutshell,
Correct.
saying that nothing really much happened in that game. So yeah, but anyways, all we can say right now is that we could have gone for the 3 points, but at the end of the day, it's a good solid 1 point against Chelsea at Old Trafford,
I feel it is 2 points drop than a point gain
and a
at
point
this point of
gain.
time.
Yes. But hopefully we, improve on this run. We still have some good, pretty big matches coming up against. I think we have Arsenal next in the Premier League. So hopefully, and,
Yeah.
and they've lost against Chelsea, Leicester as we speak.
Leicester yesterday. Yeah. Yeah.
So, their morale is also down. They would be pretty upbeat for the next game. And
Hmm.
hopefully we have a good game ahead. But thank you guys so
So
much for watching.
there are
Yeah,
2 points.
sorry,
There are
Ankit.
two.
Yeah.
There are 2 points I want to speak before we move out. One positive is now the defense is looking quite stronger as compared to the
Hmm.
game against Ahead. We have improved a lot, I think. Next point is we haven't won a game at Old Trafford in our last 4 matches. Considering last season, Southampton was the last home game. We drew 2-2 with them. We have lost two and drawn one against Chelsea. So this is quite concerning for me. We haven't won at Old Trafford for the last 4 games. And now, considering we have two home games against Leipzig and Arsenal in the upcoming week, we
Hmm.
have to step up, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has to get it right for these 2 games because his future is still uncertain, and things can go either ways still now. So he has to step up, and he has to at least get positive results in both the games.
Absolutely, and I think this again correlates to one of our previous discussions where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does not have much time, and about just 2 to 3 months,
Yeah.
just before the Christmas period to prove that he's the man for the long term. So
Until and unless Pochettino is not at the job, all his job is not secure.
yes, correct. So more of it to come at A to Z United, more of reactions and match previews to come. But until then, thank you so much, Ankit, for joining in and for giving us your valuable insight. And
Thank you for having me.
please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And hope every one of you all have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.